XYZ with Erik Zachary. Almost Friday, almost 4th of July.
Yes.
Happy birthday, America. Fireworks, bang, bang, all of the stuff.
Something like that.
I mean, bang, bang, like fireworks, not.
We understood.
Okay,
Eric.
just
Don't
making
do
sure.
that.
Right.
Jordan, 2 for 2 with the pants.
Yeah.
I realize that you're starting to recycle it. I'm doing this too.
I'm like, did we go linen shopping recently?
Well,
we did.
I have
We
an answer.
did.
Jordan got married in Portugal, and I'm doing the same thing. And I'm like, oh, I have so many light pant options now.
Yes. This is the first summer in my 34 going on 35 years of living where I feel comfortable wearing pants in such hot climate.
For
You know?
sure.
Yeah. We've updated our wardrobe for summer for the first time.
Yeah, for the
since
first time.
22 is what we're saying.
Since birth.
Happy XYZ with Erik Zachary Day, which is also every day.
This is today?
Oh.
It's every day. but
Oh, okay.
It's also
All right.
today.
Great.
The show is on. Let's talk about Merlin the Duck, who is
that?
stealing the spotlight of President Scheinbaum's news briefing. The president of Mexico
Okay.
recently did a briefing related to the World Cup.
Okay.
And she wanted to bring people on stage with her that represent the street culture of Mexico.
Sure.
So they had some local vendors, and one of the vendors' kids was like, well, this is my pet duck. And the duck is wearing a Mexico FIFA scarf.
Okay.
Apparently the duck, they claim, does help with operations of the street vendor.
Sure.
They will follow them around, draw attention, bring people to the crowd.
Runs the cash register.
Basically, President Scheinbaum, although this is me, assuming here, doesn't look thrilled that all the cameras are on the duck and not her.
I love that.
But Merlin the Duck is stealing the hearts of people around the world in the midst of the World Cup. So
nice.
you're looking for a fun, feel-good animal story.
Right. Merlin the Duck.
Merlin the Duck
he's really cute.
Viva Mexico, man.
Let's get it.
XYZ. XYZ with Erik Zachary. It's your XYZ ENT Entertainment Report, all brought to you by Eggland's Best. I got special music for today. Let's cue it up.
Okay.
Audrey, when you hear this, what do you think?
I think nothing. This exists as nothing in my head, but I know what we're talking about today.
Okay, Ocean's 11 is getting a prequel. Now, this has been reported on a little bit as of late, and I know Jordan's about to be a hater, but let me just explain who's attached to this script.
Okay.
Bradley Cooper is writing and directing it.
Oh, wow.
Starring Margot Robbie.
Wow.
Josh Gad.
Josh Gad,
is just got announced to be part of this. It's the prequel to Danny Ocean, so it's about his parents. Before he was robbing casinos in Vegas, his parents taught him everything he knew.
Okay.
And it's going to center around a heist in Monaco, the Grand Prix in the 60s, which I think is pretty exciting.
Didn't they already do a prequel?
We debated this earlier. Ocean's 8, I didn't think was a prequel. I truthfully never saw it, but it was Sandra Bullock led, and it was about.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, but wasn't it more like about his sister?
Yeah,
it wasn't really a prequel.
Yeah,
it was just
it's
like
Debbie Ocean. It's a spinoff.
It's not a prequel. It was just like a spinoff. It was an alternate storyline, and it didn't do great.
Okay, so the universe is expanding.
Yes.
The Ocean's universe is getting larger.
When I hear Ocean's 11, I think because of our age, George Clooney, Brad Pitt,
right,
Julia Roberts. Obviously, the original Rat Pack was Sammy Davis Jr., Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin. That was the original Ocean's 11 in the 60s. But I think it's kind of interesting they're taking an approach to do a prequel that's based when the original came out, right?
Yeah,
so They're taking it back to the 60s. The parents of Danny Ocean, a.k.a. George Clooney's parents, who taught him how to steal and do so with smoothness and grace and elegance.
I'll be honest, I can't wait till this hits Prime.
That hurts. I have nothing to do with this script, but that really hurts. There's not a lot of details other than some of the cast that's been announced. But again, Bradley Cooper's the director and writer on it. He did an amazing job writing Star is Born, so I'm very excited to see this.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
And Josh Gad and Margot Robbie, the biggest names attached to acting in it. It's in production. There's no details, but it's supposedly coming out next June 25th, 2027.
All right.
Ocean's 11, that's the prequel working title. We don't know what it's called. You get the point.
Probably like Ocean's 2 because it's a family.
I guess it'd be Ocean's 1.
Well, no, it's the two of them. It's the mom and the dad.
Anyway, XYZ with Erik Zachary, XYZ ENT Entertainment Report, all brought to you by Eggland's Best.
The only eggs with more fresh and delicious taste, plus superior nutrition. Eggland's Best. Better taste, better nutrition, better eggs.
Mom's Hot Take on XYZ with Erik Zachary. It's all brought to you by T-Mobile. It's better over here. Find out how at T-Mobile.com/magenta status. Mom You wanted to jump on the show today to talk about getting more compliments as an elderly person.
Yeah, I've noticed that elderly people, unless you're like in your 80s or 90s, the 60s are gone. There's no compliments for us. Why?
Like what kind of compliment are you talking about? Like what?
Like, hey, that shirt is a nifty shirt, or hey, you have a special smile on your face, young lady, today. You got a beautiful look. Audrey, do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do understand what
you're
saying.
The youngest person on the show.
Yeah, who arguably gets the most compliments.
Right.
No, but I'm saying I do think that there is something to be said about how you, as you get older, as a woman.
Yes.
People kind of tend to treat you a little bit, differently than they might have when you're younger.
So, I mean, I feel like I do a pretty good job of complimenting you, and my friends do a good job. Jordan's usually the first one to call out your outfit and whatnot.
Yeah. I think I shower you with compliments.
Just come here. I feel like every time I see you, I'm like...
You do. You guys do. Okay, I will give you that.
Is this just a long-winded way to say you miss us?
Is there someone specifically... Is this like your...
Okay, this is my notice.
You know how like girls will thirst trap on Instagram?
Sure.
Are you just thirst trapping on my show, Mom?
No, I will tell you this, though. I volunteer on certain days, and there's these older women, and I noticed that they never, ever... I mean, I did a test yesterday. I walked in, they were already setting up stuff, and I looked at the one and I said, hey, you've got great hair. And she always has a comment. She stopped in her tracks. She said, no one has told me that in 15 years.
Aww.
Oh, wow.
That's special. I was just like, she does. It's all silver. It's all gray, but it was beautiful. And she just wears it back in a ponytail. And she goes, I just don't know what to do with it. And I said, well, why don't you just like, she goes, I'm not a girly girl. I'm like a boy. And I said, okay, well, you could still like maybe just take it up like 2 inches and it would look stunning.
This is turning it into a tutorial. Let's stay focused here. So you gave a compliment. Someone was very appreciative.
Okay. So appreciative. So then I did it again. And it was another older woman. And again, the response was, whoa, you just gave me a compliment. And then I started putting it together going, other than you guys, and that's great, thank you. But, I don't like, you used to walk into a grocery store and somebody would smile and say, I love that outfit or something like that. I don't get that anymore.
I feel like it's environment based. I make a point of complimenting people, especially like older people.
Who did you last compliment?
Someone at the grocery store yesterday. Truly,
What'd you say?
Like, I like your sweater.
Yeah.
And was it a woman or a man?
It was a woman, but it doesn't matter. But like,
and what did she say?
She said, "Thank you. Oh my God, that's so sweet."
See, the response is, "Oh my God, that's so sweet." But now that they probably get it a little bit more than people that are like 59 and up.
So I'm realizing now that you're just saying that like nobody is complimenting, like you aren't complimenting your peers because obviously at first I thought you meant like young people aren't complimenting older people.
So what you're saying is older people need to be nicer. I agree with that.
Okay.
Because y'all got some attitude sometimes.
Oh, we earn that attitude, number one.
Well, you lose the compliments when you earn that attitude.
Walk it down,
Exactly. All right. Mom's hot take, compliment old people more.
Do it.
Today's moral of the story.
Do it. Try to put a smile on someone's face.
Okay, Shia LaBeouf. It's all brought to you by T-Mobile. Mom's hot take on XYZ with Erik Zachary. Lil Wayne didn't show up to the opening night of his tour.
Yeah.
In Bangor, Maine.
Yes.
I have to imagine Lil Wayne and the Young Money crew saw Bangor, Maine. They're like, that sounds like a great place to kick off a tour, a banger. And they didn't really know. But yeah, apparently not only did he no show, he didn't even say he wasn't coming on stage.
Right.
So you had the openers who included 2 Chainz. He's kind of like co-headlining the tour.
Yeah.
And then a DJ played for hours after, only for them to finally go, yeah, the concert's over. And everyone's like, yeah, you're kind of missing the key component of what we paid for.
They had no idea that Wayne was going to be there, even though they were, them being the audience in attendance. I looked this up. This is actually the second time he's done this. He did this one time last year in Toronto, which, his best friend Drake lives in. So that had to have been a huge blow.
Yeah.
But, ultimately, I hope he's okay. I just feel like we always get upset when remember when Lady Gaga canceled like an hour before?
Yeah.
You think that's bad.
Right. Just imagine like going through the entire show being like, he's coming out soon.
Yeah.
No, he didn't show up. He finally addressed it hours later with no explanation prior to that, saying, I'm so sorry. I ain't ish without my fans.
Right.
They rescheduled the tour, but obviously that doesn't help. I can't imagine Bangor, Maine's an easy place for a lot of people to get to.
Sure.
So probably a lot of people drove in for that, but they did reschedule it for later this month.
Well, that's good.
Did you ever intern or help out for free and in hopes of getting a job or being part of an industry? in radio and television, this is very present, or it used to be more present. That you do it for free, and some environments, as we've heard from many lawsuits over the years, were not great.
Right.
Some of them were fine. Like I worked at a pretty good internship position where it's like I definitely should have been compensated, but like I also learned a lot and I got my foot in the door from it. And yeah, sometimes I was running across the street to get Chipotle or to get coffee, but I at least worked for and with people that like still allowed me to learn when I got back.
Right.
But yeah, we're trying to figure out the line of like, what can you ask an intern to do? And I'm not trying to be like too, you get what I'm saying, but like, can you ask them to help clean a studio? Or does it have to be like you're only editing, we're only teaching you things that like are going to further your skills and career?
I think you gotta, like you said before, basically, if you are allowed in the room where you still get the chance to learn, there are things that go into running a studio. That's what we are doing currently. That's what the apprenticeship kind of entails. Like, yeah, we're teaching you editing tricks and how a show like this works. Yeah. At the same time, cleaning up the studio is
basic
a part
housekeeping.
of that.
And like just like the idea of like, hey, like Jordan and I run this business, but that said, that we still have to do the dirty stuff too.
Right, like I still sweep the floor.
Yeah,
still,
clean the windows, take the trash out.
Yeah.
But I had this conversation with someone the other day, and they're like, "Yeah, you can't ask interns to do anything other than like actual work now."
I think it's different for us only because I think in a traditional like corporate setting, if you're not at the desk, what else are you doing? Because chances are those places have janitors or custodial help. So there's no reason why you should be doing that.
I'm going to sound like a little bit of an old here though, but like then where those experiences are still places where people cut their teeth, if nothing else, than just to like learn a little grit, a little more resilience that like not everyone is your friend. Not everyone's going to coddle you and be sweet to you. And, I feel like those mailroom opportunities are kind of gone now. And those, I'm not saying go Devil Wears Prada on people.
That's two different things though. I'm not here to I'm here to get you to cut your teeth, but like, on the things that, you can do, the quote unquote mailroom opportunities aren't necessarily in the job description.
Right.
So,
it
kind of is what it is.
Because like just anyone hearing this, like we brought on 2 new interns or apprentices is what we're calling them because it's the paid position, right?
Sure.
We're paying above minimum wage, which is already way more than I ever made. I did intern for a year and a half completely for free, and I was part of like the last class that was allowed that opportunity because other people were horrible.
Are we in trouble right now?
No.
Oh, okay. You're doing a lot of explaining, so I'm like, do we have to on paper be?
I don't want someone hearing this to be like, oh, we just make our interns sit and watch us do a radio show. Like we run a multi-studio production where like there's other things going on. I promise intern Ridley's not just staring at us making laughs.
Yeah.
Like we hold up a sign like better laugh.
Yeah.
But yeah, like where's the line? And should you, as someone going to get an opportunity to be in a studio or just in any working environment, be expected to do anything else besides like literal work? Like, can you treat them a little bit like an assistant? Like, hey, I need some help. Can you go get the package downstairs?
Yeah. Well, when I started working with you guys, I said, can I be an intern? And you said no. So I said, okay, I'm just going to keep showing up.
Well, but I also said no because legally I couldn't allow, the state that we broadcast from, you have to be compensated if you're on the payroll.
And so I was like, sounds good. I'll see you
but
next
you did
week.
it the right way. Like you kept showing up.
Yeah, exactly. Which I feel like, I think
Keep going, Audrey.
No, I was just going to say, I think that like if you want those positions, you put yourself in the position to be in them.
Yeah. I think that's what employers are looking for. And I think employers, if all they're doing is grabbing the package and sweeping the floor when you're supposed to be learning things in workplace environment, then it's wrong. If you are learning and I happen to ask, hey, could you just go do this for me? I think it's okay.
I just think that also, not to criticize the younger generation too much, but there's just a lot of expectation.
Here we go.
Tell me I'm not wrong here, Audrey, because obviously you were an exception to this. But like, I think a lot of kids are 18, 19, 20, and they just immediately want to start doing the thing because they're so used to instant gratification, right? I could put myself on Instagram. I could be famous tomorrow if this goes this viral. So like, who am I to go get a package downstairs?
I mean, I don't think that that's entirely true. I think that everyone's eager to start. I think that, maybe graduating, I think to your point, all of these new internships are paid and are working internships. So I think when that's expected of you, that's what you want to do.
Sure.
Yeah. Sure.
When you're told that that's what you're going to do.
Also, tough cookies.
But I don't think I
can't swear on the air, so I would never say tough cookies if you met me in person.
I just feel like very rarely somebody's going to look at you and be like, I'm not doing that.
You'd be surprised.
I mean, I have said that I won't clean a bathroom before.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah. And then I cleaned it.
What? One more? Anything? No. You did clean the bathroom, by the way.
Yeah.
It's XYZ with Erik Zachary. What should you be allowed to ask an intern to do in terms of being like professional, right? Like, can they still go get coffee? Can they help with like just very basic menial tasks in addition to getting experience, or does it only have to be work related in today's day and age? It's XYZ. Dumb of the day on XYZ with Erik Zachary. It's all brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, professional parts people. I would like to award a big old dumb of the day to Janet.
Who's Janet?
The resident services coordinator at an old folks home.
Okay.
Because Grandma Droniak, she's 96, has received several formal warnings and now is being threatened with eviction because she's throwing too many parties.
What?
And the letter goes on to say, while we encourage our residents to have fun, a party until 1 a.m. on a Tuesday where you're serving alcohol to other residents is not allowed. It's a health concern. And she's just trying to live her best life, man.
She's 96.
96.
Let her do whatever she wants.
And that's why I'm calling dumb of the day the old folks home.
Yeah, you don't get to tell old people what to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, Grandma Droniak, who has gone semi-viral on the internet, not only for this story, but she's just continuously posting on TikTok, said that I could do what I want. I pay $12,000 a month to live here, which is true.
Speak on it, Grandma.
I mean, yeah, that's really what it comes down to.
I think
like,
there's a fine line between an old folks home isn't a kinder care, right?
Sure.
Like these are still adults in their own
They still
mind.
have autonomy.
Right. You know what the problem is? Janet's not getting invited.
Janet's not getting invited is the problem.
You know what?
Janet is not getting. She's a hater because she wants to be at the party.
Yeah,
exactly.
Now, Grandma Droniak is leaning into the joke by continuously posting on social media, like pictures of her, like selfies in the mirror saying ready to black out. She also has one with a solo cup and her sunglasses on. She goes, my 8th drink.
Let's go.
And then she has another one in the morning where it says, hungover from last night's party. My nursing home can't stop me from partying through the last chapter of life. XOXO.
I love to see it.
Grandma Droniak. She's 96.
I want an invite. I want to be able to
would
party.
love to go to that party. For the record, she tore up the letter on camera and said, I pay $12,000 a month to live here.
Woo!
Carry me out.
Amazing. That's going to be a party in and of itself.
Dumb of the day going to, I don't want to name them just for legal reasons, but the old folks home that Grandma Droniak lives at that's saying, you are too old to party. And she said, I'm sorry that you're lame. Dumb of the day. It's all brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts, your professional parts people on XYZ with Erik Zachary. More about nothing on XYZ with Erik Zachary. It's all brought to you by Chick-fil-A. That's exciting. They're like, hey, share the facts.
That's right.
Share the facts. Fun fact, Chick-fil-A is closed on Sundays. That's not the fact.
I mean, it is a fact.
It is the
fact,
truth.
but it's not
It
the
is the
fact.
truth,
Today is more about nothing, as researched by our in-house academia guy.
Yep, that's me.
Jordan Foster.
Hello.
Jordan, talk to me about Fast and the Furious.
All right, we're going to talk about the crazy car show with Vin Diesel that's been going on for more than decades. We're taking it all the way back to 1999 in the Bronx, New York. A 25-year-old journalist named Ken Lee throws himself into the illegal street racing culture and writes this wild expose called Racer X for Vibe magazine, right? Okay. Now, Audrey, in 1998, magazines are how people got their information, their fun stories. Huh. Yeah, isn't that nuts?
Yeah.
So
doesn't your generation call them zines now?
No, that's a different thing.
What is it? What's a zine?
A zine is it's usually like a DIY like magazine. It's just like not from a big publication.
Jordan.
That's all that means. But you said your generation calls them zines.
Yeah.
That's different than like People
That's because they're
magazine.
not around anymore. They just remade magazines.
No,
Vibe magazine is
been
huge.
around for forever.
Anyway, all right.
You started that.
Yep.
Anyway, so this article, Racer X, goes so nuts that Universal Studios hits up this 25-year-old and is like, we want the rights to this for a potential movie. Wow. So because he's 25, they're like, hey, here's a flat 6 figures, no points, no royalties.
Right.
He's like, okay. So
90s, he's like, I'm a millionaire.
Right. But for all the movies they've made over time, he hasn't seen a dime.
That's
right?
crazy.
So once they get the rights, they immediately shelve this concept. Same time, they're working with this guy, Rob Cohen. He finishes this movie, Skulls. It was like a college action thriller, and he had this new up-and-comer in it named Paul Walker. So once they make the movie, it does well at Universal. They ask Cohen, hey, would you want to do more films? He's like, yeah, yeah, I love this guy, Paul Walker. Let's see if we can get him back for another one. They ask Paul what he wants to make, which I think is rare in itself. And he's like, something like a cross between Tom Cruise's Days of Thunder and Donnie Brasco. So essentially an undercover cop who is also a street racer.
Love it.
Right? So then, the story that got shelved is now back on. They're like, let's do this. The funny part about it is once they fully make it, they don't know what to call it. The names that they were going to go with was the original Racer X. They had Redline, they had Street Wars, and then they also had, and they were considering this, Race Wars.
Race Wars.
Yes. That was a real name
like
on the table.
A free video game you get.
That's crazy.
That's included with like the console.
Right. Like that
Race
was
Wars.
Yeah. So
That
obviously
is
because of racial
crazy.
insensitivity, they couldn't go with that
is
one.
crazy.
And then
I didn't even think about that.
Oh my God, Eric.
I was just like, it sounds like a free
no.
Race Wars.
No.
It's wrong because
That's
of
crazy.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
so
that's uncomfy.
That was like got up the ladder pretty far. Finally, they find a B film from like 1954 called The Fast and the Furious. They got the rights for it, and then that's how it came to be
all
in
19
2001.
movies of Fast and the Furious.
Yes.
And how we eventually sent Ludacris to space.
Yeah,
If you haven't seen, I forgot which one it was, but yeah, he ended up going to space in a car. It was the most absurd plot line. Anyway, Fast and the Furious. Today's more about nothing. It's all brought to you by Chick-fil-A. So Jordan just got married 2 weeks ago, almost to the day. 3 weeks ago to the
Something
day.
like that.
Yeah, 3 weeks ago to the day. And we just got the wedding photos back. I say we because I'm in so many of them.
Yep.
That sounded like sarcasm. I really like photobombed as many as I possibly could.
That's hilarious.
There's one where it's Jordan and his wife Samantha kissing, and I'm like between.
He's under us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got in cahoots with the photographer.
Yeah.
That does not surprise me.
They're great photos though. And before I go down my little rant here,
Okay.
I would just like to also get on a soapbox and say,
Here we go.
Hire wedding photographers, hire wedding videographers. I think so many people nowadays are like, well,
yeah.
the iPhone photos are great. Like,
Oh my God, hire photographers and pay them well.
and videographers.
Yes. Yep.
Stop also thinking that like iPhone video is enough too.
Yeah. Yeah.
The pictures that we had from Jordan's wedding were gorgeous, like on all of our phones, but like,
Right.
a good photographer, a good videographer can just do wonders. And
Yeah, you're
I
not gonna
hate
get the
that
same thing.
people think that like,
You
I
can
need
cut corners on that.
Why would you spend $2,000 on a cake
Right.
when
Yeah.
you can have a keepsake from a professional?
Yeah.
Yep.
And it just really bugs me in the creative community.
You're paying for art, baby.
People think that the entertainment, the photos and the videos are the things to cheap on, but they'll
Yeah.
pay $15,000 for a dress
flowers.
or
Yeah.
whatever it may be.
Yep.
All of that said, Jordan just got the photos back.
Yes.
And to Jordan's point, it's not really you bringing up your wedding to other people. It's people bringing it up to you.
Yeah.
Now, what made me get this idea
Okay.
of the topic of how long can you talk about your wedding? How long can you show pictures from your wedding? Is that Samantha, your lovely bride, posted today, and I know it was tongue in cheek, and I know her and I know her humor.
Right.
Was that I just got the wedding photos back. I'm about to become insufferable.
Sure.
And I know it's a joke with her.
Right.
But I also follow several other people that are not joking. That will become their whole identity
Sure.
for the next 3 years. There's people I follow that are posting photo shoots like on a weekly basis from their wedding that happened 3 years ago. And I'm like, I saw you guys fighting at the bar yesterday.
Well, okay, here's what because I feel like I can be really critical about this too, because I'm like this, I've seen so many pictures of your wedding.
Okay.
But I do feel like from putting myself in the other person's shoes, you spend so much time planning this.
Yeah.
You spend so much money on it.
Yep.
The anticipation of waiting for the photos,
Heard.
usually it takes a while, or the videos or whatever.
Yep.
And you if you hired a photographer, you probably paid a pretty penny for it.
Yeah.
So you want to share them.
I'm not saying don't share it. Absolutely. I'm on board with Jordan. Like they put out their first carousel today. There's probably going to be another drop, like an album.
So here's the thing. I put out one carousel this morning. It was part 1. I'm going to do 3 parts. The third part is
3.
Yeah.
I think you should.
The third part is solely just everybody biting the cake, which I don't think we've really talked
That's
about.
not the same thing. That's more of a moment.
Exactly. But the first 2 is like, okay, here's some photos from the entire trip, because it wasn't just a wedding. It was like a full like long weekend retreat. Second one is going to be more of that. Third one is just one event. And then the only time you're really going to see the photos of my wedding from me is like anniversaries.
Or the one-offs are fine. I'm not being critical in the sense of like, you're not allowed to show off these things.
Sure.
Absolutely. To
Some
Audrey's
people
point,
just burn them quick.
yeah, they burn them quick, but then they make it their whole
Identity.
Yeah, I almost swore, but like, it's like, I don't need to see a post per month about something that happened 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's a little excessive.
It is.
And that
It
goes
is.
for children too.
Children.
Did you just have a baby? We don't want to see that.
All right, that's gonna.
That's what you
upset
said.
some
That's
people.
what you just said.
That's what Jordan
I'll
said.
see your kid when he's 5, okay?
Okay, we're tripling.
Oh, we're all on the same side for once.
No, I'm
XYZ
disagreeing.
with Erik Zachary. Today on XYZ with Erik Zachary, we're heading into the 4th of July weekend, but I call it Jordy's weekend
Yes.
because he has a birthday coming up on Sunday.
That's right.
Very exciting.
Yes.
How old?
83. Yeah, I'm really getting up there. Finally got that AARP card, baby.
A few more good
35.
years in ya.
Yes.
Jordan is in his mid-30s.
Yes,
35.
35 years old.
And the youths on the show, like me and Audrey, just can't compare.
Can't keep up,
Yeah.
you know? But I can still bend good.
Yeah.
I don't need my walker.
Now, jokes aside, what are we doing for your birthday, Jordan?
We're having a picnic
Yep.
because I don't want to do anything. No, okay, so like this is so for real. My wife was like, "Oh, should I rent out a place? Should we like talk to a venue?" And I was like, "God, no, we keep doing that."
You just had a wedding.
Exactly. I'm so tired of
Yeah.
celebrating me. So that's why I was like, we never go to the park that we live across the street from. So why don't we have people there? It might rain, so we're just gonna have people at my house.
I'm gonna laugh if we all get busted for like open container in a park or something.
Oh,
Dude,
no.
it's 2026.
We're
Nobody
fine.
cares. Yeah, we're okay.
Flash forward 72 hours, everybody cared. XYZ with Erik Zachary. That is it for us. Don't forget the show is now available in video form on Apple, on Spotify, YouTube, all the places.
If you can watch it, we're there.
Yeah, every screen, man. We're
Well,
built
not
for all of
cable
them.
access, not cable access.
Yet. But of course, we also appreciate you listening on the radio, rocking with us wherever you get your audio. Just search XYZ with Erik Zachary wherever you get your entertainment. Audrey, any final words today?
Happy early birthday, Jordan.
Thank you.
I am sweating, and I hope that everybody has a great day.
All right. We'll see. We're off tomorrow. We'll see you next week. Happy 4th of July.